So, you want to dance after high school? Well, today I'm going to tell you how to do that. Hey everyone, it's your girl Rihanna back with another video. I'm a class of 2020 graduate, and this past year I auditioned for colleges and companies, and I was really lost during this past year of my life, and I wish I had someone to turn to. When I came out of audition season and the college admissions process, I knew that I had to make this video because I was so incredibly lost going into this process. I didn't know where to apply and how to apply and how to write essays, so this video is going to cover all of that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I have my little notes on my phone. I have a lot of stuff to say, but first we'll get into my experience. So I applied to Indiana University Bloomington, University of Arizona, and UNCSA. And then for companies that I auditioned for, I auditioned for Ballet Met, Oklahoma City Ballet, Orlando Ballet, and Manassas Ballet Theater, which is a local company in my area. I ended up getting accepted to the University of Arizona and UNCSA, and then I got a trainee contract with Ballet Met. And I also got a contract with Manassas Ballet Theater, but I declined that so that I could go to Ballet Met. So step one of the college admissions process is to do your research and to start it early. So it is just the beginning of August, and it is the perfect time to start doing your research if you haven't already. This is the time that I started last year. I was quite late. If the college is having live auditions, some auditions fall as early as September or October. Like for the University of Arizona, I hadn't even finished my application yet, and the first audition date had already passed, and it was like in September or October or something. They only had 2 audition dates, so I had to go to the second audition date. So you don't want to miss out on any auditions, of course. So you might be wondering, where should I apply for college? So this is depending on what type of dance program you want. Do you want a ballet program? Do you want a modern and contemporary program? Do you want a jazz, musical theater program? What program do you want? Right here, I'm gonna pop a screen up for a master list of what colleges to apply to, depending on what style of dance you want. Some of these colleges I looked into applying for myself, but a lot of these colleges, my friends and dance teachers helped me compile this list, so thank you guys so much for helping me. Shout out to you guys. So if you're not really sure where to apply to yet, maybe start here with the colleges that I have listed here. So of course, don't just depend on this master list, since this isn't all of the colleges that you can apply to for dance. So of course, do your research. This goes the same for a company. What type of company are you looking for? Do you want a more balancing focused company, or maybe a classical technique company? I'm gonna pop my master list of companies that I know of here. So yeah, I was gonna organize these ballet companies into the type of styles that they do, but to be honest, a lot of companies these days do all sorts of styles. A lot of companies don't just do classical ballets, they also do Balanchine. And even if they're not mainly Balanchine, they still do a lot of Balanchine pieces, so it is important that we're diverse with our styles of dance. So basically for this step, write down all of the colleges that you have any little bit of interest in, because the next step we're going to be narrowing them down. I found a lot of my colleges just by searching up best dance programs in the US or wherever you want to go to college. I even found some dance programs in colleges that I didn't even know of off of Reddit forums and stuff. And also, talk to your dance teachers at your studio and ask them where to apply, because they can also help you and they might have some sort of connection. So yes, compile your list of colleges and companies, and let's go to the next step. So the next step in applying is to narrow down your list. So a mistake that I made was not narrowing down my list at first. I just kind of did it as I went along, which was so much more stressful. It's better to know where you want to apply so you know what materials you need to submit. So for the amount of places you should apply to, I would say apply to as many places as you can, since the dance world is so uncertain, but do not break the bank. College applications and audition fees are so incredibly expensive, along with travel fees. So I forgot to note this, but unless the college that you're applying to is specifically only for the arts, for college that's also academic, you have to submit 2 applications, one for the academic side and one for the artistic side. That's why I'm telling you guys not to go too crazy with applying to too many colleges because you have to submit 2 applications and the money can really add up. So yes, narrow down your list, but don't spread yourself too thin because that's a mistake I kind of made. I'm just grateful that I got into the programs that I applied to, but don't apply for too many where you will get so stressed with all the application materials you need and the auditions that you have to go to. So how to narrow your colleges down. I just used a table and I listed each of the factors that were important to me. So that could be location, price obviously, style of dance that they do and that they specialize in, their performance opportunities, that was one of the most important things to me, or the ability to double major. Just list what's important to you and then next to each college's name list what each college has for that factor. So yes, I like the location, or no, they don't have any performance opportunities, stuff like that. So step 3, now you know where you're gonna apply. So now you need to make a master list of all of the application materials that you need. So this list is basically to keep you organized and to keep you less stressed so you don't miss anything. So go to each college or company's website and see what they list for each of the application requirements. So then once you find the application requirements for each school or company, make a master list. I used Google Docs and list what you need. So this could be your application fee, if you need an essay. So yes, for essays, some dance colleges required essays. UNCSA, they required what they call an artistic statement, and I will link a copy of my artistic statement down below. I ended up getting admitted, so if you guys are applying to UNCSA, you can use my essay as inspiration. But yes, each school will have a different prompt, so make sure you fully answer the prompt. Make sure you really let your passion for this art form shine through. Do you need a pre-screening audition, which is basically round 1 of an audition. So after you send in your pre-screen, they'll make a cut and then they will invite the people that they like to a live audition. So that's how it was for Indiana University Bloomington. List your live audition dates and times. Also list your video audition due date. With the whole pandemic going on right now, you guys are probably going to be doing a lot of video auditions this year, so definitely list your video audition due date. Also write down the video audition requirements, like what type of exercises they want to see, if you need a variation, if you need a contemporary solo, stuff like that. Do you need audition photos like a headshot and a first arabesque? Do you need a resume? Do you need to fly somewhere? So if you do, list the price of a flight ticket and the best rate that you can on a hotel and what dates you need to be there. Just write down everything you need to do. Also, I kind of want to go back to the video auditions. So with the University of Arizona, I wasn't able to fly in during the live audition dates, so I thought, why not send in a video audition? So they ended up liking me, and the director of the dance program at the U of A, she called me and asked me if I could take a full day of classes so that I could be given a scholarship. This is a pretty universal policy with a lot of colleges. Basically, their policy was that they could not give me a dance scholarship unless they saw me in person, so which is why I ended up flying over to the University of Arizona, and they gave me a really good scholarship. So if you're not able to travel somewhere for an audition, see if you can do a video audition and maybe you'll get a call to be invited to dance at their school. So the same list can apply for if you're auditioning for companies. So for a company, you should list what type of audition is going to be. Is it going to be an open audition where anyone can come, or a video audition, or a video audition that you have to send in and then you can get invited for an in-person audition. For live auditions, obviously list the date and time of your audition. Also write down what materials you need to bring. Usually this is a resume, photos, and your audition fee. Again, check the website to ensure that you know what you need to have. So step 4 is to plan out your audition season. This past year, I literally went to an audition every single weekend. Since the performing arts world is so uncertain, you're probably going to be going to a lot of auditions to increase your chance of getting in. That's what I did. You guys are pretty lucky this year though, since we're in the middle of a whole ass pandemic. You guys are probably going to be doing video auditions, so you can just record one video and then just send it to a bunch of different schools. So you guys are really lucky in that sense. But if you are going to live auditions, make sure that they don't overlap. And if they do overlap, make sure that there are additional dates. Or if they overlap, you can go to one of the live auditions and then send in a video audition to the other one. I had to do that for some of mine. Make a calendar of every single audition that you're going to, just to make sure you know when it is, and so that none of the auditions overlap, and if they do, you can adjust. I did this in my planner, but you can also just print out a calendar, or you can have a Google Calendar. This is just to make sure that you don't miss an audition and just to make sure you're organized, and this is also to plan out your traveling days. Also, this is really important, but check to make sure if you have to miss school. I had to miss quite a bit of school just because I needed additional travel days to get to auditions. Make sure you know when you have to miss school for an audition so you can accommodate and communicate with your teachers. Just communicate with your teachers so you don't fail high school and you're able to graduate and go to college or a company, wherever you want to go. So step 5 is to just do it. Hashtag Nike sponsor me. So now it is time to attend your auditions and dive into audition season. So for live auditions, make sure you bring everything you need. Like I said, a resume, photos, your audition fee, and also what shoes you need to bring, what outfit you need to wear. So for video auditions, make sure you fulfill the video audition requirements. They're always listed on the school's website. So these video audition requirements could be, they require some exercises, a variation, if they want to see your point work, some contemporary work. Just make sure you know what they want. Also make sure you are filming at the angle that they want. Usually it's a straight side view at a ballet bar. Sometimes they're very particular with your camera angle. So yeah, for video auditions, I recommend doing your video on point, the entire bar and all of center. I know most colleges don't really require this, but companies definitely want to see you in your point shoes. Unless they explicitly say to do your bar on flat, I would say to do your class on point. If you're applying to both colleges and companies, I recommend just filming one video with your class on point, and then you can just send that to any place you want. So yes, if you're not used to doing class on point, obviously I recommend to start wearing your point shoes during class. You can ask your teacher permission to do this, but I bet they wouldn't be mad if you asked to wear your point shoes during class, because it'll just ultimately make you stronger in the end and make your feet really strong for point work and stuff. Okay, so to end this video off, I just want to give you guys my advice. Okay, so I know audition season can be incredibly stressful and incredibly exhausting. Trust me, I've been there. So yes, I'm not gonna lie. My last audition was with the University of Arizona, and I literally cried on my way home because I was so happy that audition season was over, because I was just so stressed. I was missing so much school. I was traveling to a lot of different places. I was spending so much money, and I was constantly putting pressure on myself to be the best that I can be. But just know that with all this pressure and stress that you're going through, you have to take care of your body. In the days between auditions, do something for yourself and have a self-care day. You need to take care of your body and your mind so that you can perform your best. So it's despite all the stress that I went through, it was all worth it in the end, because I ended up getting a trainee contract with Ballet Met, and I'm so incredibly grateful, and I'm so happy that I pushed myself to go through this season, because if I didn't, that would have never happened. So yes, just do your best, because that's all you can do, and don't compare yourself to others. Everyone grows at different rates, and that's okay. That's one of my favorite quotes. So yes, if you feel like you have nobody to turn to, I'm always here. My Instagram DMs are always open. You can always leave me a comment down below, and I will always respond. Just know that if you don't think anyone is rooting for you, I'm always rooting for you, and I'm always here for you. So with that, I'm gonna end this video right here. I hope you all found this video helpful if you're applying to college and for companies right now. If you're not sure whether or not you want to go to college like I was, I recommend applying to both, and as many as you can, of course, without breaking the bank like I said. And then after audition season, see where you're accepted, and then just pick from there, pick the best option for you. If you guys have any additional questions, leave me a comment down below, or my Instagram DMs are always open. Unless I'm at dance or I'm asleep, I reply pretty quickly. So don't be afraid to shoot me a message if you need any help. I would also be happy to help you guys write essays too, so don't be afraid to message me. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more content from me. Hit the like button if you want to support me. Leave a comment down below because I love talking to you guys, and I will see you all later.
I need more sleep, so don't test me. I don't want things to get messy. Yeah, drop down and leave your ass empty. Yeah, like I just wanna hit delete. Come and test me. Hit you with that smite.